You just made the list!
Wonderful!
Cold winter's day in the middle of June. It's the start of summer, but it's okay because the good bit is here for everybody out there listening. Welcome everybody to the Good Bit Podcast. My name is Chris Moffat, the face that runs the place. I am your host, as always, today, joined by my good personal friend, Dia Beethoven. Ewan Ferguson's back.
Hiya.
How are you feeling today?
Ooh, wee bit rough.
I know you're a bit cold because you had to do the haunted walk up here in the rain. I apologise.
Yeah, that's not the reason, but yeah. No, I'm good.
Good to have you back. And also returning to the show, Mason Patterson.
With no nickname.
No nickname yet. You want to? This is your time. Make a nickname.
Nah, you can't come up with your own nickname. That's not.
So shall we deem him
Yeah,
something?
someone else has to do it.
Well, Mason's fine because Mason's quite. I like Brody's
Masadi.
nickname.
Masadi. No one else will get that.
I know.
Apart from you.
I know.
I don't get that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you to the end of the show.
Okay.
Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. And also debuting on the show today, Alison Goff is here.
Hello!
Also with no nickname.
I do not have a nickname.
You want to get a nickname?
I want a nickname.
What should we call her, Ewan? So let's see. Let's find out a little bit about you. So, are you a fan of like David Bowie or anything?
Well, I must admit, I'm a big David Bowie fan. I'm not going to lie. Went to a tribute concert recently.
Ooh,
Best
nice.
night of my life.
I bet that was good.
A wee tear fell.
Yeah. So we could just call you Bowie, or we could call you Ali, or we could call you what?
Ali Bally B, the B's for Bowie.
That's your
Oh,
nickname.
I like that one.
Ali Bally B is here.
That one's snazzy.
Yeah, so like
I like
the B's
it.
for Bowie isn't the nickname. That's just what you say. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so we're here today for episode number 17, I believe. Big things popping, little things stopping here in the podcast world. And today we're talking about the latest superhero film to be released in the world. It's a DC film. And on this podcast about a year ago, give or take a couple of months, we sat here and we bitched and we moaned about films such as Batman vs Superman and films such as Suicide Squad and how they couldn't compare to films such as Logan and Civil War. Now we're here, almost a year later, and DC have pulled a rabbit out of the hat and produced a very, very good film named Wonder Woman. So today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman here on the show. I've got two people here that have seen the film. You and sadly you've not got a chance to see it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Your opinion's still valid?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I thought about it. No, yeah. This'll decide.
You wanted to see it after this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Although you
No,
still
you definitely
should go
can't.
see
So
it.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see it at some point.
Wonder Woman stars Gal Gadot. Is that how you pronounce it?
Something like,
yeah.
yeah.
Or as we
I
say
think
here
so.
in Scotland, Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot alongside with one of my favourite actors, the very handsome Chris Pine.
Do you like
Ooh.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, I really do.
I didn't know you liked Chris
I really do.
I like Chris Pine.
I don't
really
know
like-
why, but I think he's really good.
I think I never used to like him. Like, seeing I saw him and see that Just My Luck with Lindsay Lohan, I was like, this is the beginning of the end. But no, he's really grew on me. I really like him.
I love the Star Trek films. the new
Yeah,
ones.
love-
he was
love
going to
Star
be
Trek.
like top loader, a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
totally.
first things I think I saw him in was Star Trek.
And did you see Hell or High Water?
No.
Oh, he was bloody fantastic in
Superb
Hell or High
film.
Water. That's a great film,
I love
isn't
it.
it? One of my favourites.
Also starring in this film, Robin Wright and Lucy Davis. The first thing I have to say about the film, why in the name of all things that are super, did DC cast these two actresses together who look almost identical as her mother or her keeper or something?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
They look so similar.
Yeah.
And spoiler, Ewan, but at the start of the film, someone dies. And I thought it was her mother, or was it her mother?
Well, they are sisters.
I understand that, but they don't need to look like twins.
No, it wasn't. It was Robin Wright's character who died. But do you know what? I just sometimes I get like butterflies when I see Robin Wright's face. Like, I'm just like,
Why?
Because she just glows on stage, on film.
Yeah, and also shout out to our boy Ewan Bremner.
Is he in it?
showing up in Wonder Woman.
That was so funny.
We'll get to him later.
He's in
Trainspotting. He's Spud.
Trainspotting, yeah.
Spud. He was
My
so good.
boy.
He's also Scottish.
Our
isn't
boy, and
Yes.
he was like,
Nice touch.
he's so typical Scottish, which was great though, because he had the kilt on and the hair. And
it? Yeah, he was very
Great.
tropey.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to respect the tropes.
So here's the. Oh, it's just spat my phone. So here's what Wonder Woman's about you, and I'm going to read the synopsis here. Ready?
Okay.
Before she was Wonder Woman. Before she was Wonder Woman. She was Diana, Princess of the Amazons, trained by an unconquerable warrior. Raised on a sheltered island paradise when a pilot crashes on their shoes and tells of a massive conflict raging in the outside world. Diana leaves her home, convinced that she can stop the threat. Fighting alongside man in a war to end all wars, Diana will discover her full powers and her true destiny. Very poorly written on IMDb by
Very poorly read as well.
Zeman19. Don't blame the reading. Zeman19, you terrible film reviewer.
Is it a rating there?
8.2 IMDb.
Out of 10.
Out of its average user rating, and it's got a 76 Metascore, which is reasonably high for a superhero film, and especially a DC film.
And Rotten Tomatoes, it started at 97%.
Yeah,
%.
that's great.
Yeah.
It
That's
also
really good.
rates 207 on the IMDb top 250 films of all time list.
Cool.
Oh.
207.
Really?
It also smashed the box office.
Yeah.
I think people were surprised because they were
Totally.
expecting another Suicide Squad or.
I think that's the thing though. I think because DC don't have the best track record, so
Yeah.
you do expect the worst. And see, after Batman v Superman, I was like, my gosh,
There was
like,
lots of
I really-
pressure on them.
I was like, I hope
Yeah.
they pull out of the bag. And
Yeah.
do you know what? Like, they did, because I think it's one of the best comic book films.
You were saying this before we started recording.
I agree.
This is my favourite DC film outside of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Well, I think it's actually so up there with Dark Knight,
Yeah.
and I'm like a big Dark Knight fan. And I think as well, I don't know, I just think, I know, because I was never a big fan of Wonder Woman, I've never really looked into her as much, but after that I'm like, I feel so empowered watching her, and I think she's just so good.
Yeah, I think it's the second best DC superhero movie ever been made.
Second best behind.
Dark Knight.
I don't know.
I think this film is better than Batman Begins. I don't know if this is better than Dark Knight Rises, but it's definitely
It's
not.
up there though.
I
It's
think
up there.
I like Batman Begins over Dark Knight Rises.
Oh really? Do you?
Oh,
I think I
okay.
prefer Batman Begins over Dark Knight.
Oh, do you? I
Rises as
don't.
well.
I prefer Rises,
Yeah, no,
but I think
that's
Dark
fine.
Knight's the best. one.
Batman Begins is a different movie.
Did you
from the
know
other
Dark
two.
Knight Rises? The Joker was still meant to be in it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was meant to be.
Oh yeah, I heard that actually. Yeah.
What was it? Oh, it was meant to be someone else. It was meant to be someone else as the villain. Bane comes into it, and then it turns out that the Joker's behind it all. That's what it was
Yeah.
meant to
I'm
be.
really glad they
Plot twist.
didn't though. I'm
Yeah.
glad they didn't. I think it's respectful not to, just because.
Yeah, obviously I think
Yeah.
that's why they changed it.
You
Yeah,
couldn't,
I think
uh,
that's really actually quite sweet.
You
that they
couldn't
did
match
that.
the performance either.
Once that Joker, you'll be back. Something tells me you probably wouldn't be. Some reviews here from me. I love the new DC logo.
Oh my gosh, I
The
bloody loved
intro
it.
with the-
Do you know that way when I was sitting watching it, it just was, I was like shaking. I think it's because I think when you see Marvels, like I get goosebumps when I watch,
Yeah,
when I
that's
watch a
what
Marvel
it's
film.
like the page
and it's,
flips.
yeah, and it's like the comic book. And I just thought, oh, good on you, DC. I
They
think
made-
DC are bringing it into their own. And I'm just like,
Well, they're
yeah.
learning from what's the best just now.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they're learning from the mistakes as well.
Yeah,
Who directed Wonder Woman?
it's a female.
I know.
Patty
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Yes,
Is her
yes.
name?
What other movies has she done?
Let's have a look, shall
Yeah.
we? We should have
But
prepared this
I
before.
think what I like about that as well, that the screenwriters and stuff, were they not like all
No,
male?
It's like in the movie.
Which I
They
think
have
is
a wee
really.
kill thing.
I really like the fact though that it was a mixture of male and female,
Yeah.
and the process, because it just shows that, you know, male and females working together.
It's
can
a
create
very
something
good movie for women,
Sensational.
but at the same time, it's not like Ghostbusters, where they.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think this, like from the get go. I mean, see if you when you watch the opening and you see all those strong women, and I just think, my gosh, it was
Yeah.
so empowering to watch. And you know what? Another thing, you see these women all fighting and becoming actual warriors, and I just thought, my gosh, that's just absolute bliss to watch.
There's so much about like people saying that it's bad for feminism though.
I
There's a lot of
don't.
that.
I disagree
I think
because
that's daft.
like women
Yeah.
can kick ass. Like, come on.
What?
It was
What
it was
people
more to
say?
do with what she was wearing. I think things
But I
like
think,
that.
but do you know what? I love what she was wearing, because it just says like a woman can still be sexy and wear whatever she wants and still kick ass. That's what it
Yeah.
says to me. I think, you know, there's so much focus on, well, she wasn't very much wearing much clothing. I'm like, But does she want to? Like, does she need to? Like,
I have that in my
she,
notes.
In her way though, she doesn't think of that as a thing. She doesn't wear it thinking, "Oh, look, I look really sexy."
Yeah.
She's wearing
Yeah.
it because this is my armor, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and
And-
get
and-
rid of folk.
and
Who
the
are,
con-
do you know what I mean?
And in the context of the movie and the storytelling, they don't care. Like, she doesn't care what she's.
No,
And it's
not
not,
at all.
it's
It's
not,
not as
it's
if-
not focused on that. I wrote in my
Exactly,
notes like
it's not.
she's still fucking stunning and beautiful and sexy, but it's not
It's
sexualized.
Not,
You
It's
know?
not. I mean, although that's actually really right. But there's they still go on about how beautiful she is. But I'm like, well, that's just a compliment, really, because
Yeah.
you're not going to see someone like that and not comment on how stunning they
Yeah.
are.
Other films that Patty Jenkins has directed.
Yeah.
She's directed the TV series The Killing,
Oh, the killing, yeah.
Betrayal,
Oh, cool.
and Five, and Entourage, and Arrested
Did she
Development.
direct Entourage?
Arrested Development.
Yeah, she did one episode,
Oh,
That's cool.
I love
and she
Arrested
directed the film Monster, which I've never seen. That's all she's done, so that's quite impressive.
But the
Very
killing.
impressive.
How many? Like, did she do?
She was on there for 2 years, so 2 episodes. It was an episode a year. So she did one episode one season and then
that's
another one the
great.
next.
I love that though. I love that.
So that's good. That's like a new director in the block, you know. I don't know
Yeah.
how old she is or whatever,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's
No, that's good.
she's 45.
And also, she's a woman, and that just makes me.
Yeah.
I thought she was
happy.
great. Yeah.
Um,
Anything else on the opening logo? No.
That all
No, I
came
just
from the
loved
opening
the logo. I
yeah.
think it's gonna.
It's like a video and it's like Batman's like this and then Superman's like that and it goes DC. And it's like-
It's very
Yeah.
similar to the
Yeah.
Marvel one.
now Marvel at the start from it's like comic book pages flipping and it's like
but
it comes
it's
straight
the
Marvel.
Marvel one's changed now as well.
Because it's scenes
Yeah.
from the movie.
Mm.
Marvel
Oh, I
have
see,
made
okay.
Marvel have made so many movies they can do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
they can-
the upcoming Marvel films or Marvel film later on in the show.
Oh.
Um, Another note I had: the opening on the island was quite good, but I thought it was quite slow. You know, like when she's grown up and stuff. I felt like it, in comparison to the action scenes and stuff like that. But
I
then you need
actually-
to remember that it's an origin story, so these things
Yeah.
have to be in there.
I actually
Totally.
liked the length of the time we were given
Spent on the island.
Themyscira because compared it to Batman vs Superman, compared it to Man of Steel, where there was no origin, there was no backstory.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually loved it because I thought just the way they had shot it, I thought it was absolutely pitch perfect. It was stunning, and I thought it was just really nice because I don't actually know much about Wonder Woman's origin at all. So when I was watching it, I feel like I was learning it all, and I was.
I'm the same.
I love seeing like the journey of a woman like that from when she was a child and the interest and how you know she's gonna become something great, and then you see the journey. I love that.
I knew Wonder Woman and stuff, but I don't know the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I was exhausted yesterday when I went to see it. And I was thinking, I'm definitely just going to fall asleep here. I always
you
do
just
it.
didn't.
And I didn't at all. I was hooked like right from the start. And a 2.5 hour film is like, I don't like
Yeah, I agree.
films that are really long.
neither do I.
DC are quite bad for that, I think.
I love
Like,
what
They,
they've
they,
done.
they can push
with-
it out too much.
Yeah.
I love what they've done with Wonder Woman because I'm a big DC fan.
Yeah.
And she's very Americanized in the comics. She was the Stars and the Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas in this one she was delicate but strong, and I think
Yeah.
that's such a beautiful mixture,
And
especially.
before Wonder Woman came out and before she was in Batman vs Superman, I had the
Can
fear.
I just say she was the best part about that film?
Yeah, I had
And
the
Batman
fear.
vs
Totally,
Superman.
like,
Yeah,
she's-
that's what I was going
yeah,
to say.
I had the
totally.
fear that they would force Gal to change her accent to an American accent, but they didn't.
Which
Yeah.
I loved.
And they've even got actors with no accents doing accents in this movie. I think,
Which
it's
is great
yeah,
these
it's
days.
just- it's good.
Yeah. That's something that you don't see.
I
very
think, but there's parts of the movie that's very relevant to what's happening now.
Yeah.
Especially the end when she's talking about you can only beat hate,
Totally.
only love can beat hate.
I think the scene that caught it from me the most though was when she was at, like, two scenes caught it for me. Was the courtroom when she barges in and it's all these men, and I thought I was like, my gosh, I think that's so amazing.
And the line was, "Wait, there's a woman here."
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, yeah, there is a woman here, so shut up.
Yeah.
And I also love the one where she's speaking to the general, and she's basically saying like, oh, well, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna point the finger and be like, yeah, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna go kill loads of people. Whereas he doesn't actually fight on the front. And I think in general life, that's not spoken about a lot.
Yeah.
The fact that you get these people sitting making orders, hey, you go and bomb that country, you go bomb that country.
Yeah.
Whereas they're actually just sitting in their arses doing what exactly?
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
think, and that actually raised that in the film, and I thought, damn right, that's so good to raise that as a thought process for people.
They did what the First World War tremendously. Like it's,
Yeah.
It might be one of the best war films.
do you know what it is? It's this isn't me sinning it for. It's just it's very similar to the first Captain America movie.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, I agree with you.
I
in
don't
a
remember.
sense.
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
It's exactly the same. He joins the military, becomes
Right,
Captain
okay.
America,
Yeah,
fights in the
vaguely
Second
remember,
World War, and then ends up in modern day.
There were similarities, yeah.
The problem it's not a problem because it's not the point of the Captain America, but Captain America did do a lot of World War Two because this movie shows World War One in a fantastic light.
Does something happen that she just like Captain America where she
No, she just doesn't age. She's immortal.
so she basically she goes through the full time on like
Captain.
okay.
Yeah.
So she experiences it.
Well, not a tremendous light, but in a very honest light. Maybe tremendous isn't the right word. Like, there's 3 scenes in that movie that were stunning, like amazing.
Yeah.
Not even for a superhero movie, just
That movie in general.
just storytelling. No Man's Land
We'll get to that.
is probably my favourite scene
Yeah, me too.
in the whole movie, and it's one of my favourite scenes in any superhero movie I've ever seen.
Fucking awesome.
It's what Man of Steel was missing. Like, it's the movie's about hope. Like, this person comes and saves people and gives them hope. Man of Steel
She just wants good in the world.
yeah.
I think there's just something so great about watching men stand behind a woman and the woman's taking
Exactly,
control. I'm
yes.
just like, hiya, sorry. Watch this
It was
space.
great. Near the start of the film, or after we get introduced to the character and we see the progression of Diana grow old, Chris Pine's character, Steve Trevor,
Yeah.
accidentally
I love him.
crashes into the island. And it seems very easy to accidentally wander into the island, and surprised that hasn't happened before. Because
I know.
he falls in, and then like the bad guys go looking for him. So they then a boat and
And
stuff.
they just somehow
and it's
managed
just
to get through.
they get through the thing, and now they're in the island and stuff. And it's like, how has this not happened before?
Yeah, I know. That was what actually that did cross my mind as well.
I mean, it
That's
helped
why I
progress the
was
story.
saying like, so is it a different planet?
Yeah.
You
Is
could
it
argue
an-
that.
But it looks like that though. You can imagine that it is a big shield that no one can get past. That how he gets in is that he doesn't see it and he breaks through it.
You would
But
have,
then the Germans go looking for him just
they
by
get
sailing,
through.
and they just come in and
you would
he's
have
there.
to like figure out where the Mosquito is.
The mosquito, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
isn't it?
because before the First World War, the seas weren't. There's always like one place and path people took for the seas. It was only like the Isle of Brittany in the New World, the Caribbean, and that. So, and it could be that it's just coincidence.
I thought this is one of the best DC films for comedy.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah,
hilarious.
so many
the
wee
comedy
bits
was
were
so.
so funny.
What I loved about the comedy in this, it's so natural.
Oh, totally.
It's like Dale asked me.
Suicide Squad was so forced that way.
I think it's much funnier than Guardians 2.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I don't know
because
if I laughed as much as
the comedy in Guardians 2, as funny as the movie is, it's like, oh, look at us, we're funny.
fair enough.
That's why it's not as funny.
Yeah, that this was more natural.
It's not as why it's why it's
Fair
not as
point.
funny as the first Guardians, because the first, it's like you and Jack Hogg doing the priests.
They did try to be funny.
When
And
you
it was
weren't
funny.
trying to be funny, you were funny. But when you were trying to be funny, you weren't funny. That's the difference between Guardians 1 and Guardians 2. But this movie was the boat scene when they first leave the Mosquito.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And
It's an amazing scene.
Chris Pine's character asks like how she was born and stuff. Did you have a mum and dad? And she goes, no, I was moulded by clay. And he's like, okay. It's
And then
hilarious.
even there's a lot of like sexual things that it's funny. She's like, what's the line in it? She's like, oh, we believe men are for reproduction but not for pleasure or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Something
there's,
like that. They're necessary for
Swanee-
reproduction, but not
yeah,
necessarily for pleasure.
And then there's a bit, but do you know what the thing is? But they didn't like go like pure. Oh, she's lesbian. They just left it, which was good as well because I don't think you need that done. And the bit where he's in the bath naked and he stand up like he was butt naked. I was like, oh, Chris
So
Pine.
sexy, mate.
I was
So
like,
handsome.
whoa, come on, Chris Pine. Drink my splash.
Aye, aye, Captain
Get
Kirk.
killed down.
Captain.
Oh my goodness me.
Beat
And I
me up,
know
Scotty.
he's got great body the way.
Beat me up, Scotty.
But see when she was like, oh, what was it? She didn't know. It was like, what was the line? It was like she was meaning the watch.
There's
but-
She was like, what is that?
He stands up and he's scud.
Yeah,
And
and
she's
it's-
like, what's that? And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
you watch.
He's like,
What,
it's
yeah.
the watch.
I know. I love stuff like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I
cheeky.
didn't know Chris Pine could do comedy.
Chris Pine is
Star
a man
Trek.
on fire.
Yeah, but that's Star Trek. Like those lines are written for Star Trek. This is not like.
Have you seen Star Trek Beyond?
Yeah,
Written by Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
it's a great film. My favorite one of that series was Into Darkness, though.
Yeah.
I thought she was very funny when she was trying on the new clothes,
Yeah.
and she was
Yeah.
saying, "This is my new armor." So she's like trying on like to be in
Yeah.
disguise. So she's got like he's got her wearing dresses and stuff, and she thinks he means this is now your new armor to fight in. So she's wearing these big dresses, and she's like, "I don't
Yeah,
know if
she's
it's good enough for
trying-
this." She's trying to fight.
That's
I
what I
thought
liked
that was
as well
really
because it also like made you realise again what she was wearing before. She's wearing it because it's easy to fight in,
Yeah.
and that's her job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what she's there for. And also, by the way, like how banging is that outfit? See, at
Yeah.
Halloween, I might just buy it for my own
Yeah.
happiness.
I quite like what she ends up in as well.
What do you mean?
Like the outfit she ends up in, like the Victorian style.
The blue dress.
But it's what they're saying, like.
I mean, my own happiness, like, when I went to see Iron Man 3, I went with a full gear on. I just mean, like, for that purpose.
Wait, did you go and see Iron Man 3?
Dressed as Iron Man?
Yeah, I did, okay. I did. I had the mask on.
Well, I did go to see Guardians 2 dressed as Batista, so.
I mean, life's a risk, okay.
No, but it's because there's another funny joke as well. They're giving her all these different clothes so she becomes less distracting.
And she's so freaking
and he's
hot.
just staring at her, and then gives her glasses. He's like, well, that's
Oh,
going
it's
to make
so
her.
funny.
Yeah, it's gonna make one of the
She's
things.
not as beautiful as she is when she's wearing glasses.
Yeah,
and
I
absolutely
was like,
cracks.
excuse me?
And then she's walking out with the sword, like, I'm ready to do this.
That was the next point. My funniest bit was when she walked out with the sword. Like, so she got a disguise, it's just normal clothes, and she just leaves the clothes shop with a sword and a shield. I'm in disguise now.
No.
It's brilliant.
That was crap.
She's adorable as well. When
Yeah.
she can't get through
So
the
cute
the
and-
revolving door. And she's like, nope, let me do it myself.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean, though. She's like, no, I want to do it myself. I can
Yeah.
do this. Because she doesn't understand the inequality between men and women as well, and I think I love that as well, because she's like, I don't get it, so what's this, why can't I walk in the court now? I just love it.
So we're talking about the sexuality and stuff. What about the romance? Did you think the romance between the two characters
Yeah.
was necessary?
I think do you know what, I think it actually was necessary, because whenever it's a man, he always has his woman in the films, you know, so why shouldn't she have hers? And also, I love his character as well. Like, as much as you can look at it, she's the one, you can look at her like she's higher status, blah blah blah, but he has a higher status in a sense as well, because he has more knowledge, because he is present at that time. So they actually both are such a good combination, because if he wasn't there, there's no way she would have really known anything.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know anything.
Well, as little as she understands about the world, he doesn't understand about her.
Exactly, so it's a great kind of... Yeah,
And to be fair, she doesn't understand about herself either. But
exactly, she's like,
yeah.
like that's the thing. That's what I love about her as well, though. You see her growth. I love that. I love seeing her growth. And by the end of it, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessary, but I don't think it was unnecessary at the same time. It was just there.
It wasn't much. It was just a kiss.
It was
but
good.
you know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
was good. More than just a kiss.
Like
Kiss.
More than just a
kiss.
kiss.
More than just a kiss, Chris.
The Good Bit podcast. More than just a kiss. My favourite scene, my favourite moment was the No Man's Land scene.
it was
No Man's Land
amazing.
scene. Basically,
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens is that they're in the war, and she goes to the front line bit with Chris Pine's character, and then she sees that people are dying, and she goes, "I'm going to save them," not knowing that it's war, but she can save because she's immortal. And she goes up in the front and runs at the enemy, and it's just freaking awesome. Like, they're just getting shot at her, and there's flamethrowers and swords getting thrown at her, and guns and stuff. And she's just boom, boom, boom.
It's so honest.
Yeah.
Especially.
Well, I mean,
she's
to an extent.
no. Yeah. Honest in the way of a superhuman being in World War One.
That's
But
what would happen. Yeah.
She's wanting to go over the trench, and these people have been in this trench for years.
I
And
find it really emotional watching it, actually.
yeah, and No Man's Land is like, you can't cross it, and Chris Pine's grab is like, no, you can't. If you go up there, you'll just die. These people have
Yeah.
been here for years, and they've only moved an inch, and she just.
Yeah, she went in. I find that so emotional to watch.
Oh, it was amazing.
And she was so in control. And it's at the end when everyone's
And a
shielding her
run.
hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they didn't. That's the thing though. None of them cared that she was a woman.
Exactly.
And then
You forget about that, don't you?
I think that's the thing though. You forget in the film that she's a woman. You're just like, because it doesn't matter. And then when they got the picture at the end, I was like,
Yeah, I love
"Oh."
that bit. Yeah.
I just thought that's such a nice touch as well, because it's just it's there. It's a memory. It's not that's always gonna last.
She's also never referred to as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It was fantastic when the rest of the British soldiers go over the trench after her.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
It was
just,
amazing.
Do you know? I just love. Oh yeah. When good.
Yeah, I might
ones.
go and see this.
It's amazing.
now.
You might need to go see it.
It's a good Wonder Woman movie, but it's also a good.
It's a good film in general, isn't
it's
it?
just it does well for people, like the other people in the film.
I feel like I
You
feel
get a
like,
Cineworld card? No, mate. Might I come see it with me when we go back?
Maybe.
Okay.
I can go tomorrow.
I can't go tomorrow.
I can think I'm doing things today, though. That's
It's
fine.
alright. I'll go
Next
myself.
point, the theme song.
Oh, I
It's
love
so
the
bad.
music.
I was going to ask about that.
The song's
because-
in it again.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
I was
so good.
I was afraid they were going to milk it.
yeah.
But they didn't.
all the time.
They didn't. They actually didn't.
See
That's
when
true.
me and Aaron Dockard, me and Aaron went to see Batman vs Superman, and when it was Batman vs Superman, you just heard the song, but you hadn't seen her yet.
Yeah.
And me and Aaron were like,
I love the song. It's great. When she's running, she busts through like a wall or something, and she's like running, and the theme is in full effect and stuff. It was like, yeah, go kill them. And finally here, what I've got is that I liked how they were rewriting real history. So they were making Ludendorff from World War One a supervillain just because, and they've changed these historical moments in history just by adding Wonder Woman.
Totally.
And it's like you don't even think about it. It's like this didn't
Totally.
happen in the war, but you just watch it. And it's like it's fine. Ludendorff is a bad guy.
On that note, I'm so glad no one else was in it.
What,
No
like
other
if it was
superhero.
World War Two? Like
No
Hitler showed
no
up
other
or something.
superhero. Like
Oh, okay.
Batman, like
Yeah,
Suicide
it's
Squad
her
had.
film.
Suicide Squad had everyone. Batman vs Superman had everyone. Had the Flash in it.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
They had
I think
Aquaman
sometimes
in
it's
it.
actually like too much. It's like
Yeah.
right, you're ripping the piss a bit here.
And like
Yeah, but it's her film.
you don't want to
Totally,
see
totally
people
her
that you
film.
don't know. Like when they put the Flash in, obviously everyone knows the Flash, but in the context of the story, you're like, who in the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
just like, and Suicide Squad did it horribly as well because
There's Batman. Oh,
no, the best is Slipknot.
Yeah, I
the
feel
best
like-
is Slipknot and Katana
no,
because
Killshot. Slipknot's the band.
no, Slipknot's the guy that dies in Suicide Squad.
Is there really a character called Slipknot?
Yes,
I
You're
thought.
thinking of Deadshot. That's Will
you're
Smith's
thinking of
character.
Deadshot.
Okay, sorry.
Slipknot.
Slipknot is exactly. You
The
don't
guy-
even remember it. Slipknot's
guy
the guy
with
that
the
can climb
grapple.
anything.
I'm just thinking of the
It's
band.
lit- Katana's even worse because it's like 30 minutes into the movie
ideas
and you've got all
of
the Suicide Squad characters and Slipknot is literally pulled out of a van and
Oh, really?
what's his
And
name?
he headbutts him
Commander
or something.
Corey Taylor shows up.
Commander what's his face? I can't even remember his name now. The army guy in Suicide Squad.
Oh, Rick Flag.
Rick Flag is like it's Slipknot, he can climb anything. There you go. That's his
Move
his
on.
character.
They,
And then
they prove in the next like 15 minutes that he can't climb anything because he
Nice.
goes to climb something and then his
What's
head
he gonna
blows up.
and then 20 minutes later, Katana comes in. This is Katana. She's like, that's her backstory. There you go. Her sword.
It really is a bit of a
souls
shit
of its
film, isn't it?
victims. It's
I
awful.
know. I feel like if you need to have Batman at full force, or just don't have him at all.
Yeah.
You can't just half-arsed have Batman.
Batman shows up on the back of the
Batman
car.
was so bad in that movie. It's like it jumps down, beats up Deadshot. It's like I don't want to do this in front of your daughter. You fucking just did.
Yeah.
You could have taken him out any other.
What's
time.
your mom's name?
But luckily they have Wonder Woman to save DC.
I'm gonna hype this movie up until I say Justice League because I know Justice League is gonna.
Justice League could be okay.
I just to be honest, I don't even care about any of that because I just care about Wonder
That
Woman.
obviously proves that they can do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's because Zack Snyder.
It
didn't make this
depends
movie.
who's
Yeah,
no, but
true.
it depends who's directing it and it depends who's the team behind it. I mean, it's so important that can
Yeah.
make or break a film.
But I was going to say Zack Snyder makes alright films. Like Watchmen.
Watchmen's good.
Actually, yeah, Watchmen.
300, the first one was alright.
I
Yeah.
like 300.
But he's,
Switch just had a bad day with BVS.
he's too Zack
And Man
Snyder.
of Steel.
And Man of Steel was
It's
alright.
okay.
Man of Steel was like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not actually a big Superman fan.
I am a massive Superman fan.
I
so-
love Superman. Yeah.
But the problem with Man of
I'm
Steel
more
is
of a
it's
Batman fan in
it's not a
comparison.
Superman movie. There's no hope in it at all. It's just
I enjoyed
It's a murder
Superman
universe.
Returns better than,
Yeah.
better than Man of Steel.
that's because Kevin Spacey
Yeah,
as
as Lex Luthor.
is amazing.
Some fun facts about Wonder Woman, then we'll move on, I promise. That during some of the reshoots for the film, Gal Gadot was 5 months pregnant
No way!
and they had to add some green screen onto her outfit.
Oh my, I didn't know.
edit it out.
What a wow! She's even better than I
Yeah.
thought. Now she's just
Yeah.
amazing.
What a
She's
trooper.
so hot.
It is also the first female-dominated superhero film in 12 years. The last one was
Aw.
Elektra,
And you know what?
which I've not seen.
Can
Oh,
I,
with Jennifer Garner. That's
Yeah, it's not good.
bloody, oh come on, Wonder Woman, you're just slaying my life.
The film has been in production since 1996 and was later pushed to 2001, but never became anything due to numerous writers and directors being replaced or dropping out. Superhero films in the early 2000s are so much different than they are now.
Totally.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Like
like
Spider-Man.
like Spider-Man, do you know what I mean?
I
It
love
would
Spider-Man,
not have been the
yeah.
same. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it would have been a nice wee film and stuff, but like, the world has changed, cinema's changed in the
Yeah,
last
totally.
15 years.
I
or
think
17 years.
Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, one of my
thought it was
favourite
great film.
superhero
I love.
films.
I much rather prefer Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
But what I'm,
than
saying,
anyone
what I'm
else.
saying is, like, Wonder Woman would have been good back then,
But
but,
it would
it's
not have
so
been what it is
different now.
now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so more extravagant now, and more effective than I guess. I don't know. But that would have been
Yeah,
interesting to
just
see it back then.
visually as well. Like, can you imagine them doing it in 1996?
Yeah,
Like,
what the hell? What superhero film came out in 96? Batman.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
It was 97, I think.
There you go.
Or 98, or maybe 99.
We were just talking about him there. The producer of the film, Zack Schneider, has a cameo in the film. He plays a World War I soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
also
I like that.
dropped out of DC
Who?
or Warner Brothers.
Zack
No.
Schneider.
No.
Is he done? Oh, his.
He's because
Some-
his daughter committed suicide.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's dropped out. He did well.
Oh, really? I
like,
didn't know that.
he stayed on for months after. So he did
That's
very
sad.
well. but as much as I don't like his movies, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
So who's taking over?
Josh Whedon.
Is
Oh,
he?
really?
Oh no,
Josh
Josh
okay.
Whedon's writing.
He was supposed to.
Batgirl.
He's done a Batgirl movie.
That's cool.
Josh Whedon was supposed to direct this back in 2001.
Josh Whedon.
Okay, I didn't know
Josh
that.
Whedon has been amazing for women in like TV and movies, like Firefly.
Are you alright, man? I think I've got a little booger.
That's the worst.
But it's like
Josh Whedon
stuck.
has been amazing for like women on screen.
Back in a minute.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot I'm recording now. Just got a little booger.
Colby Smulders, who plays Robin in How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
I think, was considered to play Wonder Woman.
Was she?
But-
what? She's in Marvel though.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, she plays
It's
Agent Maria Hill in the
cool
Marvel Cinematic Universe, but she also voices the character of Wonder Woman in the Lego movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I guess she was considered. And a role for the film was also offered to Kate Blanchett, but she
Really?
turned it down as she would take the role of Helena in the new Thor movie.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't know that was coming out this year.
I
That's another
actually
Marvel
don't
movie.
know that's because
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah.
I think I don't know what to think about Thor these days.
I think Thor, not the Dark World, Ragnarok will be better than Guardians 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never really. Sorry.
I like Chris Hemsworth.
You don't like Chris Hemsworth.
I do because he's fit. I'm just kidding though. I do. I think he fits the role really well. Do you know who I actually? Who do you know who's creepy? See Dr. Poison.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. she was so
You never
cute.
talked. We didn't speak about her.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've not spoke, but she's
Who's the
she's
actress?
really creepy.
No idea.
Elena.
Oh, I love her mask.
It was off-putting, I thought.
Oh yeah.
I liked it because I
Yeah.
like scary. She's beautiful in real life though. I love the fact though. See at the end when you think like Wonder Woman's gonna bash into her.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it was her that was chosen as well because it just shows that it's not about gender. I talk about gender a lot in this, but I love the
it's
fact
very
though.
relevant.
I love how that's the point as well. Like it's not like it's a guy. The guys are all the problem. The men are the
Yeah.
ones. It wasn't like she's a woman, and it was. I like that. Just people in general, all kinds of people, all walks of life, cause so much war and
Absolutely.
heartache in life, and I just think that's something it's good to bring that up, and I think it's good to bring that up in a film like this where
Yeah.
lots of kids are going to go see it.
Yeah.
I think imagine the amount of little girls that are watching this film and they're like,
And feeling empowered.
oh
and
my
stuff.
gosh, like that's Wonder Woman, like
Yeah.
wow, I want to be her, and I think that's I think a lot of kids will end up going to karate. Like,
What's the poison character's name?
Dr. Poison.
Hippolyta.
Hippolyta. No, that's her mum.
Okay,
yeah,
I
just
think
Dr. Poison.
Elena Ania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elena Ania.
Yeah, is it not just Dr. Poison her name is?
That's her nickname.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Dr. Maru or something. She was good.
Yeah, I liked her.
A good villain. Anyway. But yeah, final thoughts overall. Mason.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Sum up your thoughts. Shit, I need to yawn. Okay, Alison.
I apologise.
Summing it up,
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, I thought it displayed a different view of women that hasn't been shown in a while. I think a lot of the time, as we all know, women in general, when in film especially, can be degraded to a certain degree. I also want to point out the fight scenes as well. See when she's jumping in the air and stuff, and they slow it down. I'm like, bam! Actually, look at her go. I thought seeing a woman so in control and being the head front, and I loved the romance between them both. I thought it was really nice and like sensual. It wasn't.
Yeah.
All you saw was a kiss. I love it when it's not overly sexualized, especially in films like this.
She wouldn't know really what to do. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I thought it was just sweet, but she still has those feelings, and I think that's nice. I loved the costume. I loved all the relationships. The music. I just thought, and I thought it was shot beautifully, and I just think they did like a really cracking job, and I think it's definitely saved DC from pain.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I was just.
No,
gonna say,
no,
I think
you
if
go.
if Wonder Woman had been shit, I think that would be
Yeah, the
people
nail in
like.
the
I
coffin.
agree.
The
Well,
final
people were
nail
expecting it to be
in the
shit.
coffin.
Do you know what I mean?
I was
it's
hoping-
DC.
I was expecting it, but
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't. I think it was a fantastic piece of storytelling, an amazing step forward for superhero movies because it's not your average superhero movie. It does things differently. It does things very much the same, but it's fresh in the way it portrays what it's trying to portray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, good film. Highly recommended
Yeah, highly
Yeah.
recommended.
to the listeners and viewing.
Not
I think you should
even
check it out.
if you're a Wonder Woman or superhero fan.
Just to see
So-
Chris Pine naked.
It's going to be one of the best
If
films
you're
of the
not
year.
even a superhero fan, go
I'm
watch
just
it.
joking.
Okay, so shall I move on to the good bit mailbag edition here today. We're getting some questions sent in by the audience. If you want to participate and answer some of these questions.
What, right now?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Live.
Live right now.
Wow,
No,
no,
these are questions that people have emailed me.
Okay.
So first up,
Right now, wow.
this question comes from Jessica in Belfast. Can we please have a return of Ewan's Misery Corner?
Oh. Aye. Yeah. They're out.
If you want, back in the day,
What's this?
in the earlier episodes of the show, Ewan had a segment called Ewan's Misery Corner, and for 5 minutes,
Oh.
he'd bitch about everything that was going on in his life.
Oh
Mainly,
my gosh,
it was,
I'd like that.
It was mainly DNA at the time, but he couldn't really say it. But it was
What do you mean? DNA was outstanding.
So, Ewan, can we have one just now, or
Yeah.
I can give you time to prepare if you want.
Let me make some notes.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Next question. We'll stick to the superhero sort of theme. What is your favourite and least favourite superhero movie of all time? And that's from Dave in Leeds.
Hello, Dave.
That's an interesting.
My favourite superhero movie is probably The Dark Knight. I think. Yeah, probably The Dark Knight. Least favourite, Batman vs Superman.
My
Maybe.
favourite and least favourite. My favourite is either The Dark Knight or Wonder Woman. Don't get me wrong, Dark Knight's a better movie,
Yeah.
but
What it
in
means
terms
and
of
stuff.
favourite,
Yeah.
least favourite is Suicide Squad.
I love Suicide Squad.
Piece of pish.
What else? What other bad films is there out there?
I love my favourite. Like, I love Dark Knight to me. Dark Knight to me isn't even like a comic book film. It just
No,
feels
it's
so.
not.
It's like such just like it's just like it's bloody fantastic.
It's
Heath-
iconic, yeah.
Heath Ledger's just life. But I'm a huge Iron Man fan. I love Iron Man. I love all the films.
Love Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is bloody cool, and I just think Tony Stark is just. I just want to be with him.
Very given.
I
Just
do,
wanna
and I just
be
think
with
he's
him.
hilarious, and he's bloody cool. Do you know that? Like, I just love a cool superhero, and he's so cool. I have all his t-shirts.
Credibility and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Bloody yeah, great film.
Do you have a favourite superhero film?
Me.
Shout out to Superhero Movie, starring Drake Bell and Leslie Nielsen.
Oh.
One of my favourite comedies.
Really?
Kevin Hart as well. Well, like a piss take favourite comedy.
Yeah.
Like it's great, but it's not really. Yeah.
Is Kevin Hart in it?
Yeah.
Is he not the black guy?
Yeah.
It's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I think so.
What?
Yeah, he's the one that's.
Kevin Hart's in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's in Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's great though.
Um.
Favourite superhero movie is probably one of the Spider-Mans for you.
Oh yeah, and the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
I really like
Wow.
Spider-Man 2 with Alfred Molina and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
I really like that. That makes me feel good.
Makes you feel young.
Makes me feel because as Spider-Man, the first one was the first superhero film I seen in the cinema, and I remember I went with my dad, and when Willem Dafoe was changing to the Green Goblin
Yeah.
and he's having his mad fit, I couldn't watch it. That scared me so much. when I was a
Spider-Man
wee
1
guy.
was the first superhero film for a lot of people.
Loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd watched like the old Batmans or stuff before that, but like that was. And I went to
Yeah,
the cinema.
there's one for least favourite. Like the Batman and Robin were a bit shit.
Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, kind of poor.
I like Batman Returns. I like the 89 Batman.
Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
I love them.
Also, Spider-Man had a great soundtrack. Can we add that?
Oh,
Great soundtrack. Hero, hello, great song.
Nickelback.
I bloody loved it, man.
Is that
I sometimes listen it back.
that's Foo Fighters? What's the Nickelback song?
They
Is it?
say that a hero
Hero can
can
save
save
us.
us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
Wow.
Is that in Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
the first one. That's that was the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nickelback. I've got some good songs, man.
Do you know what? Like, they're not as bad as what people say.
No, but
Rockstar and Photograph and How You Remind Me and
Right,
things like
Rockstar's
that.
a bit of a piss take.
No,
but-
it's
Good tune though.
Do you know what it was in Spider-Man? Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It was the.
Yeah.
No, what was it? That was like the.
Right,
slow
like
bit.
they with the intro at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to try and watch them before I see the new one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know a comic book film that I hated? I just don't like Fantastic Four.
There's
Watch
one.
Fantastic
There's one.
Four.
Fantastic.
There's one.
I just
Because
don't.
I forgot about that. Can I
Yes.
change my list?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
there's
Fanta-
one.
Like
The-
Fantastic Four. I mean, like it could be good or could it? Maybe, I don't know. But I think
Fantastic
Tyler
Four.
I preferred the one with like Chris Evans and that to the new one.
The
Yeah,
new one was
me too.
pish. The new one was awful.
Balls.
There you
I
go.
could make a better Fantastic Four than that fucking Fantastic Four. Give me 10 minutes. I'll go and do it and fucking bring it back here. It was awful. What the fuck was that?
Also, I really like the Dark Knight as well.
Dark-
Yeah,
Dark
that was
Knight,
your
definitely.
favourite film of all
That's-
time.
yeah.
It's not as good as Martin Hodge's impression
why
of the
it's-
Joker. That's sarcasm.
Shout out to Matt Hodge.
Shagger Hodge.
Shout out to Shagger Hodge. Okay, cool. Well, whilst we're talking about
Martin Grog.
No, I got these scars.
whilst we're talking about Spider-Man, next question comes from Ross in Glasgow.
Donaghy.
Hi, Ross.
Who would you have cast as the new Spider-Man?
Me.
Oh, sorry.
Ross
Tom
Lyon.
Holland was perfect.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Tom Holland's new, and he's young.
Yeah.
He's got a lot to prove.
I think
If you could pick an actor that's big in the world now and that you like in other films, who would you?
who
put as?
plays the younger boy who doesn't look young in We're the Millers?
Oh,
Will
Josh.
Poulter.
Will Poulter.
Josh Will Poulter.
I was gonna say Josh Poulter, but
Will Poulter, yeah.
Because I think it's really good they've chosen to do a young boy,
that's a good
Or-
shout. Yeah.
Peter Parker, because he is like... That was a problem with Andrew Garfield. He was too smooth and too sexy
Yeah, I didn't
and
like
too
Andrew
cool.
Garfield as
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
He was hot.
Yeah.
And Tobey Maguire was about 30.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
At least-
is
at
a
least-
man-child.
No, bring Toby back.
At least Tobey Maguire looked quite innocent though and
Yeah.
could pull it off. You know.
And he had that good smirk.
It's his noises. What?
You gotta watch that game.
I don't even know.
Go, Wes, go! Go, Wes, go!
I would have cast.
I'm popping away!
I would have cast Ewan Bremner as Spider-Man. No, Ben Affleck.
I feel like
Casey Affleck. Oh, imagine that. Casey,
Wow.
Casey is Spider-Man. Ben is Batman.
that would actually make me cry.
Too old.
Like,
Yeah, I know,
badly,
I'm
like,
joking.
Not in a good way.
Who would I cast as him?
It's hard. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like they're touching Spider-Man too much. Like, come on, like, calm
I
down.
hope not. He's quite
breathe.
young.
But
Oh, you mean like okay?
Like they're over.
young,
I feel
physically
like
touchy.
just like, okay, we know Spider-Man is sensational. Just breathe.
Spider-Man
that's why
Homecoming.
I think that this isn't an origin story.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
thankfully.
Spider-Man Homecoming will be good.
We're getting into Batman
Hopefully.
territory, but they're retelling the story of how his parents were killed for
It's
the fifth
also
time.
very,
Yeah, I
very
know.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
I hope
It's
so.
very comic
Why?
book.
So
I
you've
just
got.
hope that they do it. Whatever.
Then Tom Holland is amazing.
It should be great. Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it a
Parker.
lot. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here? If you could pick one Marvel character to join one DC character to have a better version of Batman vs Superman, which
Ooh.
characters would you choose? Love the show. Looking forward to the future. And that's from Eric in Birmingham.
Hi, Eric.
Hi Eric, thank you.
I'm looking forward to the future too. Lots of big things popping here in the Good Bit podcast.
Yeah.
So what Marvel characters would
So
I
who
have
would I
to...
pick for?
So if you were to redo Batman vs Superman, but instead of Batman and Superman, pick a Marvel character and a DC character to
Oh,
interlock.
tricky.
Wait, a Marvel and DC character.
Oh.
Good question, Eric. I would go with. I thought this last night and I forgot what I said. I would go.
Thor and Wonder Woman.
Good one.
That's actually a good one.
Good one. I would
Both
go.
like gods, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both very similar. Greek versus Nord.
I would go Wolverine.
Yeah, Nordish.
Oh.
Wolverine versus the Joker.
Oh wow.
I think.
Wow.
That's quite an interesting choice.
Wolverine versus the Joker.
But have Wolverine as Hugh Jackman, and Heath Ledger as the Joker.
But
Good,
what's
I
the
think-
Joker gonna...
I think.
Well, he's got the thing thrown out his fist. They could
Do you not think it'd be
That's
something
Wolverine.
like,
do a wee trick. I know, but I'm saying that's the things that the Joker could pick on.
But the thing with, like... The thing with the Joker and Batman, Batman's not a superhero. Batman's just...
He's wearing a mask.
And
and
yeah.
Batman won't kill the Joker. That's
Here,
Wolverine would kill
Wolverine
him.
would just...
Okay.
Yeah, so...
good on paper, Chris. But
Good fantasy.
You know.
Good fantasy booking, but no.
we're like Hulk Hogan versus Finn Balor.
Because Finn's going over
I'm
that
sure
match.
there'll be another one, definitely.
Let's think. Okay.
Well, Captain America and
Iron
Wonder
Man
Woman would be
versus
fun.
Cyborg.
What?
There's one.
Iron Man versus Cyborg.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad one.
Ludendorff versus Drax.
Hulk versus Drax.
Oh my god.
Oh, but they're
That's Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
Still quite
yeah.
interesting.
No, but I think Captain America and
Wonder
Wonder Woman,
Woman.
because they are, there's just like similarities and stuff. Similarities in the films
What
as
about-
well, actually.
I would do Cara Delevingne's character in Suicide Squad versus
Cara Delevingne
versus the Avengers. All of them. Just
gosh.
fucking take them out. Welcome to my castle.
Yeah,
Oh, dreadful. I hate her
I
before
did.
that.
I didn't. She just. What? She? Why is she? Why is she in films?
I'm so happy that you have arrived at my living room.
It was like
Oh, by the way, actually, can I say?
the brother just
See,
like,
when I was watching Wonder Woman, I noticed. See, I don't know if any of you know who this is. See, Downton, the model.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the film, wasn't she? I had no idea she was going to be in it because obviously they're picking women with these strong faces and whatnot. But I had no idea. I'm going to double check right now because that was definitely her face I saw.
I don't know. Well, if you're doing that, next question. You like this question, Alison? Favourite film where a female actress is top billed?
Ooh.
I think Wonder Woman is a huge step,
Yeah,
especially
Wonder
in
Woman.
such a male-dominated genre such as DC. Mine is Room, as Brie Larson won the Oscar that she deserved.
Oh, just any film.
What do you
Loved
mean, top billed?
loved the podcast. Thanks. That's from Lucy in Edinburgh.
Hello, Lucy.
It means like he gets the top billing and is the main character.
Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill
Great
Bill.
answer.
Oh, Kill Bill's like.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, does Titanic count?
Sorry, what was the question again?
I
I'm
don't
working
know.
on
Your
my memory
favourite
right
film where a female actress is the main star?
Oh,
So like Kill Bill or Room or whatever. There's a lot of good recent ones
Oh,
like
I'm changing mine.
like-
Saving Mr. Banks.
like Brooklyn and Cake was one that came out recently.
Kate, Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Still Alice.
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, good one. I think, to be honest, anything with Meryl Streep just
Oh,
sells my
Shout out
soul.
to Aaron
Mia.
Docker.
Mamma mia!
Like, I think Meryl Streep just controls life.
Oh, Florence Foster Jenkins. Did you any of you see that?
Yeah.
No, but that's one of Aaron's favourite films ever.
Saving Mr. Banks is mine.
That's very
Saving
good
Mr.
film.
Banks is
Saving
a
Mr.
lovely
Banks.
film.
Other ones that you could say, $1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
Is
Oh,
that,
that
um,
could ruin your life,
Hilary
like in a
Swank?
good way. Yeah, man.
I don't know, but it won the best picture in
breaks
2004.
your heart.
Oh,
that film.
Freedom Writers. That's got Hilary Swank in it.
Silence
Hilary
of
Swank.
the Lambs. another one.
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, sound good film. Good film.
Pulp Fiction's here, but I wouldn't consider that.
Well, yeah, because she's badass.
Yeah, but Kill Bill's on this list too that
Yeah,
I've searched.
Kill Bill.
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, actually, yeah, Kathy Bates in Misery. Slay my soul, woman.
Gone Girl. There's Alien. Ridley Scott.
Oh,
Alien!
There's one.
Alien.
Alien is very Alien. Actually, Alien. Yeah.
Get away from her,
Speaking
you
of
bitch!
Come on, you son of a... Speaking of Alien, I saw Alien Covenant recently. So disappointing.
I
Really?
said that. Yeah.
So disappointed.
I thought it was good.
It's not Alien.
It's not Alien.
It's not Alien.
It's not at all.
I love Alien and Aliens.
It's a sequel to Prometheus.
It's not. Prometheus is good.
Well, it's a sequel to
Prometheus
Prometheus.
was alright.
It was an attempted sequel.
I think
Shit.
it's better than Prometheus.
Oh no, not at all. I like Prometheus
The
at all.
xenomorphs were terrifying.
Oh. What, in Covenant?
Yes.
No, they weren't.
There was, yeah. Do you know what?
I didn't like it at
It's your
all.
opinion.
No, that's my
But
opinion.
you're wrong.
That's fine. This is the outlet to express opinions, of course.
I enjoyed Covenant, but it's not an Alien movie at all.
Yeah,
if
I
I
was
was going to
disappointed.
watch an Alien movie, I would have been disappointed.
I heard rumours that it was like it's Alien again. It's back to what it was in the 70s,
No,
and it wasn't.
it's very monster movie.
And it's very modern monster movie.
Very monster movie.
Yeah.
Like with the shower scene.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Like when I seen the trailer, I've not seen the film, but the trailer reminded me of that Alien game that took about 10 years to come out. What was it? It was like you played as
Colonial Marines.
Yeah,
Yeah. I played Alien vs Predator, the game, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. But the Colonial Marines, that took about 5 years to come out.
Yeah,
It was
it was
meant to
shit.
be coming out for 5 years.
Yeah.
The trailer just reminded me of because it was a shit. The game was pretty gash, but
Yeah.
that's what it reminded me of. I was like,
My favourite video game with aliens involved was Destroy All Humans.
Yes, Cryptosporidium.
Loved it.
Destroy All Humans. Oh,
Cryptosporidium.
Great PS2 game.
Cryptosporidium.
But yeah, good question, Lucy. Last question before we get to the misery corner. What tunes have you been listening to recently?
This is a great.
Cheers. That was from Robert in Parts Unknown.
Hello.
He didn't reveal to me where you lived. What tunes have you been listening to, everybody? Don't say the Wonder Women theme song.
Not you.
What songs have I been listening to?
Yeah, what have you
Shawn
listened to?
Mendes. There's nothing holding me back.
Damn right.
There's nothing holding me back.
Love My Boy Sean. I've been listening to the new Paramore album, Hard
Oh.
Times,
Ah.
Rose Coloured Boy, the new Fozzy single, Judas. The new album's coming out this summer.
I've been listening to Celine Dion. I'm Alive.
I love that song.
Nice.
When you call on me, when you call on me, I just drift away. That song.
I've been listening to Elvis Costello.
Nice one.
Radio.
Cheeky monkey, you.
Nice.
I've actually, you know me, I'm
Let me
obsessed
go on
with
my
music.
Spotify.
Well,
and
the
see.
audience don't know you, so you have
That's
to.
true. Well, I was listening to Casey and the Sunshine Band, Get Down Tonight. That's been on my list. Careless Whisper, George Michael was last on my list.
Oh, I was listening to a bit of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra.
Cool.
Nice, yeah,
A wee
nice
bit
one.
of that.
I listened to Abbey Road for the very first time in my life.
Oh my gosh.
All the way through the other week.
This is always on my top. Like I always listen to like the 1975 by
Me
the
too.
1975, and I like it when you sleep for you're so beautiful yet unaware of it. I like that.
I like the full album.
Yeah, I like both of those full
That's
albums.
classic.
I was listening to a wee bit to Walk the Moon.
Oh, interesting. Really? Who sings that? Is that
No,
Shut Up and Dance With Me?
yeah, Shut Up and Dance With Me. Yeah, they sing that. And then there's another song, Work This Body. And do you know how I'm not sure how I found it. I found it at Leanne's one night, and I think.
Shout out to Leanne.
But I think I was trying to search. Work This Out,
Yeah.
and I hadn't finished it. And then it came on. It started playing on my phone all of a sudden by accident, and I've just kind of. I had a good laugh at it, so
Yep.
I will listen to it now.
My playlist is mental.
Yeah, we're going to do a music episode, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, You're a Superstar, Love Inc. Obviously.
Do you know what song I love? You know the song You're Gorgeous? It goes, You're Gorgeous.
Don't know it.
Bloody love it, man.
What about Move Your Feet?
Don't stop the beat, can't stop, won't stop, don't stop the beat, go do.
Don't know it either.
Everybody.
What about Harry Styles' album?
Oh,
Do you know what?
I'm having your
I like-
baby. Kiwi.
I'm listening to.
I actually quite
Sign of
like
the
it.
Times.
Yeah.
Listen to Kiwi. It's freaking brilliant.
See the song Meet Me in the Hallway? Oh, it's been playing at night. No, because it's nice and smoothing. Smoothing.
Nice and smoothie.
Shout out to also Town Called Malice.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
Try a Little Tenderness.
Oh, fantastic.
Wearing that same old shaggy dress.
Yes.
Actually, a shout out to the Beach Boys, which are always playing.
Which is good. This is just turned into what's on my playlist.
Or the Kinks. I always like about the Kinks.
Michael Jackson.
Been listening, yeah.
Love Michael Jackson.
Bridge.
Love Michael.
The way you
Good
make
album.
your
Oh, a Bridge,
best
good band.
feel.
Do you like
Come on,
Orange?
motherfucker.
I've been listening to a lot of Paris recently.
Okay, I'm not really listening to Paris.
Yeah.
My mum's in Paris right now.
Love it.
David Bowie, listen to a lot of David Bowie. I've been obsessed with, for David Bowie fans out there, China Girl was always one of my least favourite songs, and now it's become one of my favourites in the past month.
Good.
So that's.
But that's a little preview because there will be an episode dedicated to music playlists, and a good chance that you two will probably be on it. You can come on as well if you want.
Yay.
It's just all dedicated to music and stuff. We'll need to structure it in some way. If it's just
Ooh.
I listen to
A bit of Pink Floyd, a bit of
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. We can talk about the times, the transition of music. Oh, I
and
like it.
genres and stuff like that.
That's fantastic.
Okay, and finally here on the show today is the return. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
It is the return of Ewan's Misery Corner.
Welcome back to Ewan's Misery Corner. It's been a wee while, I think.
It has been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been, it must have been a lot of
I
episodes.
think it's about over a year ago.
The last time I physically remember doing it was Jungle Book.
Right, I put a separate clip of it on YouTube, and it was, let's check,
I think it must have been
from the 22nd of April 2016.
over a year.
Over a year ago. So a lot of miseries happened since then.
But I think I've just got into the habit of complaining anyway, without being in the misery corner.
Instead of saving it for the show.
So right now, well, college is a bit hectic. I'm not going to go into that because I will get too into it,
Yeah.
and it's not my place to say anything.
What is it?
Whoa!
We're talking
Everyone's
more
like
like
doing a
worldwide
opinion.
problems, I guess.
Yeah, worldwide problems.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
There's nothing bad happening in the world.
Nothing at all. The world is a wonderful
No.
place. It's
can't-
wonderful.
Nothing really to complain about. Oh well, I'm doing a show out with college,
Why?
and we're going to take it to London for
Oh,
just
fantastic.
thanks.
That's not misery.
Exciting.
No, but
Misery
everyone
West
in
Corner.
everyone in the cast is like, oh my god, like we're gonna get bombed, and
That's
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, I've legit not even thought about that. Like, not that I haven't thought about what's going on because it's terrible. I was watching that Ariana Grande concert. I was crying.
Oh my gosh, emotional.
I was like,
See, bloody Coldplay, they really
Exactly that.
get to
yeah, and Oasis. Well, part of
Well,
it.
Yeah, the one that showed up.
The one that showed up, and then he was pure digging at the other one. Who did
It was
show up?
Liam was digging
showed
at
up.
it.
Liam showed up. Yeah.
What else
Aye,
is
'cause,
new?
Well, listen.
I know
Liam-
exactly.
Listen.
Nothing changes.
Have you ever watched the Live Aid concert that happened like back in the 80s?
Yes,
where
yes,
it
yes.
was- and it is fucking amazing.
Sensational.
It is so powerful and passionate, right?
Yeah.
This one here about the One Love Manchester thing, I think it was lacking something. It felt quite nonchalant, I thought.
Nonchalant.
Nah,
They
I
might
think-
have been upset.
I
Bieber,
think
Bieber
as
comes
well,
on and he's
it's a lot
like,
of young people.
Bieber comes on and he goes, I want everybody to get your hands together and clap because we all love. Everyone shout with me, love,
But I think
love, love, and then do that horrendous performance that I did not love. I'm sorry, but Justin
Of
Bieber is
Cold
better
Water.
than that. Cold Water and Love Yourself, which was
I think though,
Shocking.
I think at the same time though, I don't think people. I think some like when you look at Coldplay and stuff,
They were there for a good
so,
night.
No, but no, they were there. Chris, they were there because like, come on, it was so
They're
hard.
showing their support. They all did it for free.
I understand
what
that,
happened
but
was so horrendous, and I just think, see, to come together like that and just have that concert.
I
thought
didn't think it was that,
it was
and they
nice.
did it so quickly.
Yeah, it was bloody. Yeah,
I
so
didn't think it
quickly.
was. I thought it was going to be like next month or something.
Mhm.
I
I'm
didn't
just
think it
saying-
was going to be so soon after.
this Manchester attack is huge and it's devastating. It's one of the worst things to ever happen to the world, and it should have been.
Well, that's because
Tributed
that's.
more.
Do you know why? It's because you don't hear about what happens in the other places in the world. Which, by the
Yeah.
way, a lot of people die all the time. Like,
All the
and
time.
it doesn't
Aye,
get. put
we
in the
wonder
media.
why we get bombed like once every couple of years, but Donald Trump can bomb like villages,
Now,
kill 400 people, and be like,
But
do you know what I mean?
but it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
that's okay, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, because it's not reported on.
Yeah.
But as soon as it happens to us, oh,
it's the worst thing ever.
I was watching something else.
It is the worst thing,
It was,
but you know what I mean.
It was
You know what I
Piers
saw?
Morgan, and it was like finally something. He said something right, and it was like an Islamic guy. Like I think he was Muslim. I'm not sure, but he was talking about like getting blamed for it all and something about that, and it came down to following our rules or something. And Piers Morgan's like, well, when we go to your countries, we have to follow your rules. Like if a woman goes to, I'm not certain of the countries, but if they go to their countries, they have to cover up, like,
Yeah.
because that's their rules. So I don't know exactly what they were talking about. Like when they come here, you have to follow our rules. You can't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not exactly sure.
No,
what
that's
I was
good.
talking about. It
That's
would help
good.
if I knew what I was talking about. But
I saw on
Okay,
Twitter, and it was a Theresa May comment about the wheat field. How
That's
said
funny.
the naughtiest thing she's ever done was running through a wheat field. Like that belonged to someone else, but someone had taken the article, screen capped it, and then just like commented on the tweet like, I'm not sure, I think voting to bomb Syria was a wee bit naughtier.
Yeah. She's a bit of a bitch. Okay, I
It's one
think
of Alex Salmond
The one that Alex Salmond
tempted to run through.
Oh.
through this wheat field.
Do you know what though? See Twitter. See if I've had a bad day and I go on Twitter, I just sit and howl for about 20 minutes at one. Like people are hilarious. It is actually
Yeah.
wow, amazing.
wow.
Wow.
Also in Ewan's Misery Corner, I don't actually have anyone to complain about.
Well, not out loud.
Yeah.
No,
Ha ha
but Alison, goodness gracious me. No, I don't have
Alison.
anyone to complain about. I'll complain about you, Alison. And you're in my Misery Corner the now.
What a bastard. I'm kidding.
Sitting in the corner right now is Alison. What was her name? Ali Bali.
Ali Bally B, B's for Bowie.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today, and thank you
Thank
to
you.
you, the listener. Hi, yes, I'm talking to you. Thanks for listening to episode number 17 of the Good Bit podcast. As I said at the start, big things popping, little things stopping in the podcast world. Lots of things going on just now. Lots of new episodes going to be recorded. Lots of wrestling stuff being brought in with the handsome gentleman sitting across from me today.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you do.
It's nothing.
Okay, and yeah, so stay tuned.
Cheeky wee first years, now I mean.
Bye.
Subscribe if you can on iTunes or share with a friend. Try and get the audience growing a little bit would be great. There's some exclusive content. Not really exclusive, but we're going to say it because it sounds professional. Exclusive content on the YouTube channel, which is CM42 TV, and you can follow the show on Twitter at The Good Bit Pod. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Chris Moffat, and I'm joined by
Diabeethoven.
Yeah. Oh, nickname.
I don't have one.
You've got to the end of the show, and this is the end of the show.
I didn't think of one.
Mason.
Mason.
Oh, Payson.
Payson.
That's shit.
Right, that's shit.
You know what? It'll have to
Some
be
creativity, please,
It'll
mate.
have to be a wrestling one.
Go on then.
No, I can't think of one on the spot. You put me on the spot.
Right, okay, until next time.
Mason with no nickname.
Mason with no nickname. That's it, no name. Mason with no name.
Mason with no name.
I've been joined by Mason with no name, Di Beethoven, and Ali Bally B, and the B's for Bowie. And until next time, thanks very much. This is the Good Bit Podcast. Recognise.
Sounds in my ear, and I don't know which ones to hear. Seven sounds in my ear, and I don't know which ones to feel, ones to feel, ones to feel. Words come from you, I don't know what to do, 'cause you can't hear these seven sounds